Congratulations, Jose. You're into the last four of the FA Cup. Did you get the reaction you wanted from your players today?
No, I didn't like the game. I think we deserved to win because the game was more or less in control for the majority of the time. We scored 2 goals. They didn't score. I think we clearly deserved, but we didn't play the way I want the players to play. I didn't have a reaction from all of them. I had a reaction from some of them, and because some of them were mentally strong enough and with football quality to play, was the reason why we won. But a team of 11, when you don't have a minimum of 6-7 players performing and wanting to play, want the responsibility to have the ball, want the desire really to play, because one thing is to play, another thing is to be on the pitch. It's difficult to have a good performance, so I'm not happy with the performance at all, but I'm happy with the result.
We could see you urging the players on, driving them, want them to be more aggressive.
Look, when I spent 2 days working on a faster building up and the ball arriving earlier in between the lines and in attacking areas, and that depends on qualities and decisions by the defenders in possession, but also depends on the movement from the attacking players. When I spent 2 days working on this and I arrived here, attacking players hiding behind defenders, not wanting the ball in between the lines, defenders playing just square passes and taking 10, 12 passes for the ball to go from one line to another line, I have to feel frustrated, because I think as a coach, the biggest frustration sometimes is not the result, because a bad result can happen. Sometimes the biggest frustration for me is when I work on the pitch and then I see contradictions in the match.
Statistically, there were 2 shots on target. They delivered 2 goals, which is the good thing, but that obviously isn't the return you wanted this evening.
No, but statistic is fake. You know, sometimes teams, they have 10 shots and 8 of them, they go to the stands, and one goes in goal, but is an easy shot to save. So for me, statistics don't mean a lot. What means for me is that we prepare the team to play in a different way, to be much more aggressive, to attack the last line much more, to play in between the lines much more, and that connection between defenders in possession and attacking players wanting the ball and having the right movement to have the ball, that connection didn't work.
Does that explain the tactical switch at half-time, Shaw's replacement being Ashley Young?
Was a decision from one player, from another player, from in the same position. I wanted to defend better. I want my defensive line to be more solid in relation to a few, not many, but a few offensive movements they made from the sides, and I want more personality in the team, because many times I felt that Matic was an island of personality, of desire, of control, surrounded by not water, but surrounded by lack of personality, lack of class, lack of desire. I have to say that, for example, McTominay lost more passes today than in all the matches he played together, but he was a Manchester United player, and for me, a Manchester United player is a player that when he plays bad, he gives to the team, and that's a question of personality. That's a Manchester United player for me. The perfect Manchester United player is the one that has quality and personality and is consistent on that. But when you play bad, and as a football player you can play bad, when you play bad you must have that personality that a kid with 20 years old had, and some of the others they didn't have.
Thank you, Jose.
Thank you.
Wow. Lack of personality, lack of class, lack of desire.